All right. Somebody come in the chat real quick and let me know if this microphone is working now. Because I just went live and apparently I talked for 3 minutes with absolutely no sound. So we should be good. I just tested it. Again, just got my setup fixed and changed my camera, and I guess somehow that messed up the microphone settings. So let me check the chat here. Twitter, do your thing. Oh man, you know what? Because I didn't have sound, now this is not going to be an unlisted YouTube video. All right, cool. We're good. All right, so let me get started. We have a lot to talk about, just some crazy shit going on. For the last 3 months, I got linked up with this guy. His name is Josh. He's in Nashville. He created or helped create and design an NBA Fantasy Labs app. Made an app for a Tennessee utility company for people to basically the utility company where people could pay their bills on the app, obviously. And that's actually how I got linked up with this guy, John Greer, Nashville. Shout out, John. Actually, he texted me last night, but yeah, hooked me up with this guy. Josh has been working his ass off on this project for at least 3 months. My website has been down the entire time. We were just having free plays all over the place of write-ups on the website, having a different capper every day, doing a free play with a write-up on the website. And we just cold turkey cut it off so we could work on this project. And basically, here's what the goal of the project was. I gave him a list of things. Nowhere else that like you can do this. He had to build this from scratch. And it's pretty badass. I'll show you guys in a second. Basically, my biggest problem with this whole industry the last 2 years is the best place to post pics is on Patreon. And it makes no sense to me. There's no way for somebody to buy a package or buy a month on the 28th of November and not get charged on December 1st. You can't prorate it. You can't do shit. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And the only other viable option is to do PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. You know how time consuming it is when you have over 100 people, over 500 people buying your stuff and you have to track it on top of doing all your other stuff. I mean, it is so time consuming. I even paid Martin to do that for me for like 6 months, about a year and a half ago, and who couldn't even keep up with it? It's ridiculous. And Patreon also taking 9.5 to 11.5% of sales is insane. So basically, Josh designed this platform from scratch. Everything I wanted, he's done. And it's going to kick ass. So basically, the best thing about my new website is that everything will be actually prices will go up. Now that the site's done because I paid a shit ton of money for all this. But overall, everything will be down because I'm not having to pay 11.5 or 8.5% to Patreon. I'm only paying 3.5% to credit card companies. And this thing, it just looks incredible. You get email alerts. We're working on getting text alerts set up. I actually got denied by the first 2 companies to get text alerts because this is a gambling business. So we're actually working on trying to get it set up kind of as an app where you just get a push notification on your phone. But everything is going to be automated to a private Discord or to Discord, obviously, which a ton of people already have set up. And he's actually setting that up like literally as we're talking. And it's also going to be set up through a there's like 4 or 5 different ways that it's set up, and you can get notifications notified. Everything is automated. There's also going to be a different VIP Twitter page. So sorry, everybody that is in my VIP page right now. It's been impossible to track everybody leaving and joining Patreon. So we're going to start clean slate in January, and it's all going to be automated. So we'll get that taken care of. And let me just show you guys the website because it honestly, it kicks ass. So let me see if I can share this. Let me find the tab. All right. Okay, so this is the new website, right? So you get all this, and ignore the prices. Just this is So right now it's going to be in beta mode. I need people specifically, or I would prefer anybody that is already on Patreon or bought a yearly package. Honestly, anybody that bought a yearly package would be easier, but you will get like this for free just so we can test this. So send me a DM if you're watching this. I don't even care who does it. We just got to test it out. So ignore the prices. I'll give you the code just to get this for free so we can test this starting today. But yeah, it's badass. You can have weekly, yearly, monthly, pretty much anything. And whatever. You sign up, proceed to check out. And then latest picks right here. I'm actually signed in. Well, I'm on the So right now I was going to say nothing found because I have not posted anything, which I should have done before this. It's because we deleted everything that we tested yesterday. But basically, it's just a list of picks. It looks exactly like Patreon from this screen. It's just badass. I mean, there's a lot of different things on here: subscriptions, memberships. Yeah, I mean, we got the whole setup. We're gonna have the fastest notification system. Everything is automated. I can beat every single other capper's prices if I wanted to, just because I am literally not taking, any hit from Patreon or any of these bullshit places. 3.5%, that's nothing. So it's crazy. But he worked his ass off on that. It looks great, and I'm ready to get it tested. And January 1st is when we're going to roll it out. I have no idea what my prices are going to be for next year. But like I've said always, like if you join Patreon when it was at $25, and actually I have it discounted again right now at $25, if you join then, you will never pay more than that. So let me go to the comments real quick before we move on to the next segment. Yeah, dude, I love it. It's gonna be pretty sick. And email notifications. Again, we're still working on text notifications. We're gonna get this transition to an app once everything's perfect. Once it's out of beta, this will be an app on your phone. That's what we're working towards, and that is the next step. But yeah, Discord notifications, Twitter, everything. So it's crazy. We got pretty much the whole entire freaking setup here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. But really the main thing is I'm just sick of people getting charged whenever they sign up and then again at the first of the month. It is the most annoying thing, and I basically refund everybody that signs up after the 15th. Like, it's just really annoying. It's been going on for a year and a half. So, yeah, everything's integrated with Discord too. I mean, it is going to be it's just a step ahead of everybody else right now. So really, really freaking excited about that. Next, I am going to go over the UCL slate, so bear with me, guys. I got some other stuff I really got to cover right now. First off, the card volume and changes coming to the card starting today. So like the last 3, maybe even 5 weeks, probably the last month and a half, I've been running double to triple the volume that I normally do. And I guess a lot of that reason was just because I didn't want to touch EPL. I didn't want to touch a lot of these main leagues. And I was taking smaller plays in smaller leagues. And I started hitting basketball, and I ran small plays, but a lot of volume. And just kind of sort of how it went. And then, you have plenty of slates a month with 32 Europa games on them. It's really hard not to have volume. And honestly, I just had way more volume than I normally have ever had in my entire life. And I wouldn't like to post that many plays on the card, but I'm posting what I'm taking. And I either win or either lose. And so far we have won 14 of the last 15 months. So, but with volume, it's getting kind of risky. I'm done with the volume. I'm really sick of it. Because what I've really noticed the last 3 weeks since I have started going back to EPL and the main leagues like that is I'm crushing them, and I'm getting smacked on these smaller leagues. Since November 1st, England EPL. Let me pull these numbers up here. EPL 15-4 plus 12.05 units. Champions League, Europa League plus 8.99 units. Italy plus 7.73 units. And I actually went 0-5 the last 2 weeks in Italy. So that's after that. And after I missed a 5-unit in Italy. I got crushed in Italy the last 2 weeks. Absolutely crushed. But before that, I hadn't missed in like 8 rounds. Just how the dice roll sometimes. France plus 7.08 units, 5-1-1. All 5 wins are Angers. Angers is my cash out right now. Spain plus 6.64 units. I'm actually like pretty much even in Spain. I'm just hitting the bigger plays, it seems like. Germany plus 2.3 units. I'm pretty much only taking first half overs. I hate Germany. But Stuttgart overs and retire apparently. So, anyways, and let me break it down a little bit. But basically, what my point is that I can have 3 plays to 5 plays a day in just these leagues, and they're going to win. At least 6 out of 7 days they're going to win. But when I'm running so much volume like I have been, and I think another reason I had been running so much volume is because I knew I was going to have to run volume on basketball to get to the point that we're finally at now, where we're plus 10 units on the season, when I didn't really even touch college basketball until March Madness last year. So we're kind of hitting our stride there. But anyways, I'm going to keep breaking down these numbers real quick. My soccer the last 2 weeks was 13.07 units. Tim's soccer November was plus 11.49 units. And here's what I want to say about Tim's soccer is that he's been putting so much time into college football the last 2 weeks. He hasn't taken any soccer all month. He took soccer twice this entire month. He's finally back on it today. But that really fucked up our equilibrium because what I've always said, me and Tim balance each other out. If I have a bad day and Tim has 3 plays, we're going to go even. If Tim has a bad day and I have 3 plays, we're going to go even. Most likely, we're both going to have a good day and we'll go plus 3, 4, or 5 units. But he hasn't been there. So when I have a bad day, we have a bad day collectively. But he's finishing up school right now. Just had his final exams. So this month, smooth sailing. I actually think he had his last exam yesterday. Yes, I'm getting to UCL next. Don't worry, my friend. Don't worry. We're almost there. But yeah, it's been a grind. October, and November were definitely the toughest month for me. Like you can tell, I have not slept in a month. I slept for 22 hours on Saturday. I didn't even know that was possible. David, if you're watching this, I'm sorry for literally just sleeping through the entire day when I was supposed to be up at 8 in the morning. But anyways, keeping it moving here. Football, I'm plus 5.41 units the last 3 weeks. Tim is plus 5.62 units in November and December. And my college basketball right now on the season plus 8.87 units. I got Soho'd yesterday on New Mexico. We had the under for 1 unit, and we middled the over at halftime, which hit easy. But the under was the last leg of a plus 541 parlay also, and they went to overtime. I could not believe it. So better luck today, hopefully. That was just some bullshit. I'm still angry about it. Anyways, let's get into some Champions League. First play on the board for me. I have 3 plays. Tim has 2 plays. Go over all of those. This is my favorite play of the day. I may end up playing this for 3 units personally. I'm going to leave it at 2 units on the card. Porto versus Atletico Madrid under 2.5. This to me is just a smash spot. I think this game, I don't think Porto loses this game. I don't think Madrid are going to be capable of scoring 2 goals in this game. I would kind of be surprised if they even score in this game. This feels like 0-0, maybe 1-0 Porto to me. And let me see what this line is at right now, actually, while I'm talking about it. But Porto is so damn good right now, especially at home. They've been playing fantastic. Atletico Madrid definitely is a team that is down from last season, not the same squad. But actually, I have this written down on my phone. I need to pull it up real quick. There's an insane stat on this under, and I'm not even sure if you can even get it at 2.5 right now. Wow, it's at 2.75 now. I love that. Let me read you my best stat for this entire slate here. In Porto's last 12 international fixtures, only one has gone over 2.5. It was versus Liverpool. For Atletico Madrid, they have had 2 go over, and one of those was against Liverpool. I see 0-0, maybe 1-0, maybe 1-1. I don't think either of these teams are going to score twice today. I'd be very, very surprised. Maybe Porto win 2-0, but I highly doubt it, to be completely honest with you. Both these teams playing really good defense. Both these teams should technically score in this game statistically, but I'm not convinced. Tight game. Porto need this draw at the very least. Atletico Madrid going to be playing pretty open, but I don't think it matters. That's my best play of the day. Just 2 units. We're going to keep it light. And let's get into the next one here. Going with the parlay. Liverpool to score, Ajax for Sporting, first half over 0.5. Yeah, Liverpool is a game that doesn't really matter, but I don't really care because every single time they've been in Champions League, when the last leg does not matter, they have scored. I went back 10 years. I mean, this team right now is just on fire. And I did have their under this weekend, which hit easily. It was under 3. They scored in like the 94th minute to win 1-0. They're just saucing everybody they're playing right now. I honest to God think that Liverpool is probably the best team in the world right now. I did not think I would say that a month ago, but right now they are playing like the best team in the world. Against Milan, a team that needs a win, that has been struggling. They kept 2 clean sheets in their last 2 games. They beat Genoa and they beat, I think, Salernitana. So they beat up on 2 bad teams. They have not looked very good lately. They did have that big win against Atletico Madrid, 1-0 at the buzzer on the road, actually. But they just haven't looked very good. They're definitely struggling on the back end, not fully healthy. I think Liverpool are going to try this game. Maybe not 100% go, but they're going to try this game. AC Milan is going to have to play very, very aggressive in this matchup because Liverpool is not an easy team to score on. And if they do score on them, Liverpool is going to get pushed off and answer right away. I think to score is easy. I really do. And Ajax for Sporting, first half over 0.5 might be the craziest splits of the entire day. This first half over is actually graded at 100%. The last time I saw a first half over 0.5 graded at 100% was actually the Stuttgart game in Germany this weekend, which I took and hit in 4 minutes. So Ajax is just on fire. I have been tracking them in league play. They do have quite a few 0-0 wins in their last few rounds, but it's because they have been in between games and not really playing anybody. Sebastian Haller probably has 3 goals by himself today. That dude is on fire. Don't fit a man that is on fire. So, anyways, one more play for me. Well, I want to play Sheriff one more time. I got to play Sheriff today somehow. I'm taking Sheriff to score, and I'm taking Liverpool +1. Double dip on Liverpool today. I mean, yeah, this game doesn't really matter, but it does matter to them. They're playing AC Milan. They're not going to want to lose this game. And the last time Liverpool lost even lost was, I have no idea how long ago it was. It was one time during the Premier League season this year. But other than that, I believe the last time they lost by more than 1 goal was actually to Everton, February 20th, 2020. And Everton scored in the 3rd minute and the 83rd minute. And that's the last time I can actually see. And Liverpool actually had 2 expected goals that game and only 1 against. So don't know what was up with that game. But that was well over a year ago. So this is a very interesting spot for Liverpool. This was +217 or -217 +1 last night. I don't need juice over -150, but I just don't see how that loses. I just don't know why Liverpool +1 should even be anywhere near -300. I think Liverpool is just so much better than everybody else right now. I don't care that AC Milan is at home. Really, all the Italian teams besides Inter are overrated right now, and that is just a cold hard fact. And don't ask me about Atlanta tomorrow because I haven't decided. That is the one team in Italy that I have been playing nonstop, especially in the first half. I love Atlanta right now. But anyways, we're going to keep moving on. Sheriff at Shakhtar today. The first time these teams played was one of the craziest games I have seen the entire season. All right. Somebody said lineups are out. So I actually, okay, for Leipzig, Man City. All right, we're going to get to that game next as Tim has action on those games. Let me check Liverpool real quick. I think Liverpool is going to start a balling lineup too, and this line's going to move. The money line has already moved 30 cents. Liverpool, they're going to go hard today. I really believe they're probably going to win this game outright. But I'm just going to play my two bets how I am. But okay, anyways, back to Shakhtar versus Sheriff. When Shakhtar played at Sheriff in leg one, I'm pulling these stats from my brain because this is how crazy this game was. I remember this entire game. Shakhtar had 23 shot attempts. 0 of those shot attempts were inside of the box. Sheriff's defense was just on fire. Shakhtar had an expected goal of, I think it was like 0.3, and I'm actually going to pull that number up while I'm talking for the expected goals in that game because that was insane. Zero shots were inside the box on 23 attempts. Sheriff just countered the hell out of them. And it was honestly one of the most impressive wins I think I've ever seen my whole life. So Shakhtar actually had 2.32 expected goals, 22 shots, 17 corner kicks. I mean, those are just ungodly numbers. Sheriff, I mean, they were at that point and they just couldn't lose. But I do like Sheriff just scoring this game. Shakhtar is Shakhtar at the end of the day. They are out. They are done. They're playing for absolutely nothing at home today, and Sheriff is still playing for that pride. And they are in third place. They're going to continue to play in Europa League. I really, really freaking like this spot. Real Madrid just scored 5 goals against Shakhtar at Shakhtar. Monaco scored 2. Genk scored 1. Inter Milan versus Shakhtar somehow ended 0-0. Then Inter sauced them last time out. But I don't think Shakhtar keep a clean sheet. I really like Sheriff to score, but it's right past that juice range. Minus 180, definitely not worth it. Definitely need a parlay leg for it. And nothing better today on the board, in my opinion, than Liverpool +1. So simple as that. And honestly, I took all these last night. I posted these at like 9 p.m. These lines have moved. Forgive me. They all should be pretty close. And actually, we got Porto is already at plus 2.75. Let me see what the total on that game is. Yeah, 2.75. And it was crazy because it's actually at 2.25 yesterday when I took 2.5. I ate a little bit of juice for that 2.5. Under 2.5 is now plus 105. Oh, my God. Yeah, so definitely going to double dip that. And now the total is at 3 minus 160, worth the juice. That is a play that is definitely worth the juice to me. I don't think 3 goals can lose. Anyhow, let's keep it moving here. I got 2 more plays. Both of these are Tim's picks. He's on Dortmund first half team total over 1.5 plus 180. This is the one play Tim loved. I don't like German teams. I don't like playing any of these German teams, especially international competition, unless their name is Bayern. Besiktas in Turkey has been so bad. I don't know what happened to them. But like their numbers right now are honestly just completely astonishing. They have lost. Actually, I'm going to count this because that's how many games it's been. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They have lost 10 of their last 12 games outright. In league play, that is, I don't even know how that's possible in Turkey. I just don't even understand how they go from being the best team of the last 2 years, basically, to just getting absolutely sauced. And they were good at the beginning of the year, too. I think, like, Ajax beat them, and then after that, like, it was just all downhill. They're getting their asses kicked by anyone and everyone right now. So, Tim on Dortmund first half team total over 1.5. And I'm actually going to pull the splits on this game. I actually think this hit in the first leg. I'm pretty sure Dortmund scored at the buzzer, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Yeah, they scored 43 to Castis on the road, 45 plus 3 to Castis on the road. And do we have a lineup out yet? Nope. I have heard rumors that Haaland isn't playing in this game, but I haven't seen any confirmation anywhere. Definitely need to be careful with some of these lineups today, but that's Tim's play. Tim has been very hot on soccer, so I like it. I'll definitely tail him on that, but his big play today, if I can find it, and I didn't even write it down. I'm going to have to go and do that while I'm talking here. I do really like this play today. This is going to be Tim's 2-unit play. If I can even pull it up on here. Here we go. Leipzig versus Man City first half over 1.25 minus 105. And me and him actually talked about this play for a long time after he sent this to me. And I try to make an argument for the full game over being better. And I actually agree. I think he's right that this first half over is the best way to play it. The splits on this are absolutely incredible because even if Leipzig can't score, there's a damn good chance Man City's going to score twice. But at home, I played actually this weekend Union Berlin versus Leipzig. We played Union Berlin first half plus 0.25, and Leipzig drew them 1-1 in the first half. So that hit, but they're definitely viable to score in the first half, especially at home. Their splits at home are much better than they are away. They're finally getting a little bit healthier. To me, in my opinion, like I said earlier, these German teams, to me, are just so hard to play because you don't know what you're going to get. You could get the Leipzig team that comes out there and whoops ass and wins 5-0, 7-0, or you can get the Leipzig team that comes out there and gets their asses kicked or a 0-0 game. But the numbers back this play. The home and road splits back this play. The only caution I would give is the fact that Man City in league play in England, however, have not conceded one time in the first half on the road. That was my one check on this play. But they did concede to Bruges and PSG and to Leipzig in the first half in Champions League so far. So, and in fact, they actually haven't kept a clean sheet in Champions League so far. So I think this is a good look. I think this is kind of a spot you're not going to see a lot of people on today. Well, maybe you will. I have no idea. But I like it. I think it's good. And I'm going to check the line for this too since both of mine moved. I'm going to see if he got any movement on his as well. And if it will ever load. And it's not going to load, of course. So I would check that after. Or if anybody has a lineup for that, anybody? De Bruyne, Grealish, Mazur, Foden all starting. Yeah, like this could be 2-0 Man City in the first half. Very well. But I also kind of like both teams to score in the first half, you know? So this game could go either Leipzig. And this is kind of like it doesn't matter what side of the coin you flip with Leipzig. You just definitely a play that could cash. I like it. That's his 2-unit. And I do like that for 2 units just for the fact that I don't think that will be a full loss even if it loses. I think there's very certain that there's going to be at least one goal in this first half. And a minus 109 now. Okay, so 4 cents cleave on that. Not bad, Tim. And let's see. All right, so I think these are all the plays. These are actually all my plays. I'll run down them one more time. Porto, Atletico, Madrid, under 2.5, under 3. I don't care what you take. Under 3 something. I don't think they're going to score 3 goals in this game. I don't even think they're going to score 2 goals in this game. We are also on a minus 130 parlay. Liverpool to score and Ajax versus Sporting first half over 0.5. And the boys, one more time. Run it back one more time. Sheriff, team total over 0.5. Liverpool +1. And that's plus 129. Pretty surprised to see that price. I'm not going to lie. Good value on that. Doing the same type of show tomorrow. I'm trying to get my boy PPS on here for tomorrow. We were talking last night, but I had this phone call with this guy about that website this morning. Schedules didn't line up. But you know what? For those of you that are still here, let me share my screen real quick. Me and Tim both actually dropped. My favorite play of Champions League is actually tomorrow. So if you're still in here, I'm just going to go ahead and drop it just because I've been talking for so long. You might as well take a peek at it. And there she is. I'm probably going to play this for 3 or 4 units. Sevilla versus Salzburg, first half over 1, -120. Sevilla is on the road. I don't know if anybody pays attention to Sevilla as much as I do, but at home, they're on the road tomorrow. But I just want to throw something out there. Their first half splits at home are some of the most insane that I've ever seen. They've scored in like 12 or 13 straight first halves at home. The road splits are a little bit different, but I yammed this first half over versus Salzburg in the first leg when it was at Sevilla. And Salzburg should have scored twice in that first half. Sevilla should have gotten waxed that game. I think there's a ton of value on Salzburg, and I'm a Sevilla fan. Sevilla is the only team that I own, actually own clothing from, which is kind of funny. But I really like this first half over. I'm not sure it stays at 1. The totals have been staying at 1, but with Salzburg, you could see this go up. Because I don't think it should have been at 1 in the first leg, and it sailed over. Actually, I'm pretty sure there were 3 penalties in that first half, which was just kind of ridiculous, but they were all well-deserved. And then we have Tim's play here, which is Zenit Chelsea over 2.75 plus 100. I'm going to be honest, I have no comment on this. We haven't talked about that play very much. Actually, I don't think we talked about that play at all. I think he's right. I think Chelsea can score 3 goals in this game. I think you're banking on a Zenit goal, at least for that full cash. But yeah, we will get on that. We'll get on it tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully I will be on here with PPS. And that's it, fellas. So one more time, let me show this website one last time. And thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry if you were in here earlier. Technical difficulties with the microphone for whatever reason. The new setup, I just realized I have the Ed Orgeron behind me. Also, shout out Mark Rocha if you're watching this. This banner on the green screen is for you. So, yeah, we'll get this set up. If you are on Patreon or if you're on Patreon, just DM me. I will get you set up on here so you can at least test it out for me. You'll be on both, whatever, and the Twitter page, and we'll get you hooked up on the Discord too before it's officially out. Yeah, but this bad boy it's sexy. We'll be able to put all the YouTube videos on there. Oh, wait. One more thing, actually, guys. I'm so sorry. Spreadsheet. So I had to fire my spreadsheet guy in the middle of last month because we've had multiple instances the last 3 months where he's taken over 10 days to update the spreadsheet. It really pisses me off because you got to know where you're at during the month, right? So we fired him, but I kept his template. And I had him change his template for us so many times that it's perfect now. Our template is perfect. It is separated by me, Tim, and Luke, and also combined. We have like 25 different tabs. There's a free play tab now. But what's so great about it is like I was pulling these numbers out because I have tabs for each of these leagues now. So it's so easy to track, easy to see what I'm hitting and what I'm missing. Like I'll say, for example, I've noticed that Tim is not hitting team totals in soccer as well as he is full game overs, right? So like that's one example. Like I said earlier, I'm getting crushed on these small leagues, which is kind of surprising, and I'm killing these main leagues right now. So we have tabs for everything. I'm going to start doing now, especially with the lower volume, which is crucial starting today, including college basketball, which has been red hot. We're going to start posting weekly recaps of the spreadsheet just because everything's got to get more organized now. Out in Vegas, we got the whole setup. We got everything. Website's done. This app is about to be ready. If you're on their VIP, you will have the spreadsheet available on this website. We'll have a different tab for it. And, yeah, I'll also post it to the VIP page. But I'm telling you, this spreadsheet is sick. We have it separated by sport, by day, by person. You can sort it by whatever you want. It's beautiful. We put a lot of time into it. Tim is updating it every day, which is kind of needed though, just because I mean, we got to get it updated every day. And it doesn't matter how much I pay somebody, they don't update it when I need it updated. So sorry, CG. And also, he never responded when I fired him. So fuck you, CG. But, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Any questions, DM me. If you're on Patreon, please DM me before I send out a tweet about it. Okay, Atletico going from minus 130 to plus 105. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sweating a little bit, but I think 15 minutes of the game, this is gonna go down back to 2.5. I'd be surprised if this closes this high. I'm kind of surprised to see this high. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why it's this high. I have not looked at this play since last night. No, I'm not really concerned about it though. I mean, just these two teams playing each other, it just screams 0-0. It screams 1-1. It screams 1-0 at the most. Let me pull up one thing real quick while we're talking here. Seeing some lineup issues. Let's see. Uribe out for Porto. Doesn't matter. He's a scorer anyhow. Porto missing a couple of midfielders. Okay, Atletico Madrid missing Felipe, defender. Jimenez, a defender. They're missing 2 defenders and 1 sub defender. And Porto's missing a scorer. I mean, unless Porto score 3 goals in this game, no. This total still doesn't scare me. I mean, there's really not a whole lot of data that you can go on other than common opponents and recent fixtures. 11 goals in 5 games for Porto in Champions League. And, I mean, in 5 games. And 11 also for Atletico Madrid in 5 games in Champions League. 5 total on the road. I really don't think this game goes over. I'm only playing it for 2 units. It's not like I'm slamming the hell out of this game. If I do get scared, I'll probably throw a little bit on the first half over as a little cover because I don't think they can score 3 goals in either half. I think that would be absurd. And honestly, I don't even know what the odds on that would be, but they must be ridiculous to score 3 goals in one half. I don't see it happening. But that would be my best bet. If you do get nervous, I'd sprinkle on the first half over. And I'm actually wondering if that is why this total is going up. Let me take a look at one thing real quick. I'm going to see the splits on this first half over. Because a lot of times these first half overs, it's actually dead at 50%. Which is, I don't know why you would play that at 50%. Let's take a peek here. Champions League. I guess you guys can't see my screen. Oh, well. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's one game that's used both of these teams' numbers. It's when they played Liverpool. Every single game went under in Champions League this season and last season for Porto, except when they played Liverpool. They lost 5-1 on the road, or at home, excuse me. And 2-0 on the road. Liverpool just don't concede. And Atletico Madrid, same exact thing here. Champions League. They lost 3-2 to Liverpool at home. And then they lost 2-0, exactly like Porto on the road. Other than that, every single game went under except their first game versus AC Milan, which saw 2 goals in the last 5 minutes of the game. And in fact, I have seen 3 goals in the last 5 minutes of 5 of their games in Champions League. So, hot set of the day. If I get scared, I will definitely sprinkle in the first half over, but fuck it. We're riding. I don't care which way. Soccer is the one sport. I do not care which way the line moves. I could not care less because there's no sharp money in soccer unless it is a spread with injuries or a weather report. There was nothing that the weather could do today to make me want to take the over in this game. There's definitely stuff the weather could do to make me like the under more. But like what could have the weather done like in an NFL game this week that would have made you like the over better? Probably absolutely nothing unless the wind was just following whichever direction the ball was going. Anyways, boys, let's ride. That's full card. Check out the new website. Well, it's same link as the old website, icepicksports.com. Link it, click it, do whatever, and let's have a fucking day. And hopefully I'll be on here at PPS tomorrow. PPS, if you're watching, I'll see you.